This man woke up because of a lick. He took off his glasses and was immediately shocked. He found himself trapped on a cliff 1,000 meters high, beneath which was a deep ravine. When he looked up, his parachute got caught in a dry tree, which saved his life. However, the entire cliff wall is slippery because it is a salt pit. How can he climb? The man immediately took out a dagger and stuck it into his shoe. And he took out another dagger and stuck it firmly into the wall. He tried to climb as hard as he could. He just wanted to get out of this terrible problem at any cost. However, with great difficulty, he could only climb 2 meters. The dagger was broken, his support was lost, and he began to fall rapidly. Luckily, the parachute was still caught in the tree branch, but the dry tree couldn't hold it. Its trunk began to crack slowly. The man immediately tightened the rope, took out the dagger, and started cutting quickly. Finally, when the parachute was about to break, he managed to cut the rope and survive the fall. Now one foot is stuck to the salt wall, and his hand is still holding onto the cliff. In a state of almost giving up, his eyes looked up. Goat calmly stands on a cliff licking salt. Seeing that, his hope reappeared. He decided to imitate the goat. With all his strength, he stretched his arms towards the cliff. The abyss beneath him made his soul tremble. If he made the slightest mistake, he would fall thousands of meters. But now there is no turning back. He used his hands and feet appropriately and began to climb slowly. After a difficult climb, he finally reached a prominent part of the cliff, but he couldn't breathe a sigh of relief yet. As the salt layer collapsed, the sound of falling rocks echoed, and he attempted to climb up carefully. Finally, he jumped like a goat and jumped up. His hand managed to reach the edge of the cliff, but his strength ran out. No matter how hard he tried, it seemed impossible to climb up. Then a goat appeared from above and looked at him angrily. The goat sniffed him and felt he was not one of them. Without hesitation, the goat gored him. Luckily, the man was still holding onto the cliff with one hand. He tried to climb up with all his might, but the goat didn't want to give up and attacked again. This time, he grabbed the horns. The goat panicked and started pulling itself backwards. In this tug, the man actually pulled himself up and finally reached the top of the cliff. He lay panting. Slowly, he raised his hand, placed it on the goat's head, and stroked it gently. He looked at him gratefully. So, in your opinion, what lessons can be taken from this film?